Hello guys, good evening, welcome! It is Le Mans Ultimate time. It is time for the mighty Alpine A424 LMDh Hypercar around Le Mans. It is the most French race that you can find on Le Mans Ultimate tonight, and I can assure you it is going to be much fun. Potentially, hopefully. It is the first ever lap I'm doing with this car around this track, and in all honesty with you, I may need to be back on the office PC in a couple of moments time, because there is still some small motec checks that I have to conduct at these LEDs, you know, where the optimal shift point and so on is. So I need to do that in a couple of moments, but for the time being I at least wanted to have one drive out here with this Alpine. It's feeling like extremely sluggish in the center of the steering. Like, look at this, the Ferrari I would have probably already died. So let's see how good it will be. It is going to be an Alpine Cup, though, that is for sure, so that is good in a way. I think I need to fix the... Wow, does it take long to make it onto back end of the LMP2? Yeah, I need to fix the traction control a little. In the Indianapolis, the car is stable though, but as you can see, like, it doesn't rotate. Low speed turn is like all the way. You need to rotate the steering wheel for the car to rotate, and then there is this outburst of power on the drivetrain the moment you're about to accelerate. So crazy stuff. Let's see. Porsches, I went in a bit too quick, but I gotta say, the car turns a lot more than what I would have expected from it. Maybe let's just do one lap, one timed lap, so we at least got ourselves a delta ready. Oof. There's a little bit of a slippy slidey behavior, I'd say, when you are turning in with a car. Oh, where grip. It is still understeery AF though. There is no other way to say it. Let's see, first sector 32.6 to beat 33.2. I mean, of course, we ran right through the first chicken, right? What is the TC looking like? Alright, with that power cut is hardly no surprise for slip and sliding around. Need to fix that on the pit road as well. Python, hey there, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Welcome to the stream. Oi, 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 oi. Understeer lockups. It is a pretty neutral car though. Like, balance is, I don't want to say flawless, because flawless is probably not 100% right. But it's pretty decent, you know. I haven't said anything. Oh my god. Oh, what did I lock up? Felt crazy though. I forgot to look what was the target in the middle sector. How much and how far we may have been below that. Did I say balance is alright? Back to the drawing board. So, quickly do what I said that I'm going to do. Quickly having a look here. I'm not sure if you guys can still hear me. What I quickly want to check is the power deploy of the car. Quickly want to have a look into G meters on the acceleration, whether I can see a drop somewhere in performance, and with that, and maybe able to check on past performance. So, engineering tab. Find one little file. Go. Copy, copy. So, quickly recalculation. 96. Okay, so quickly gonna open the SimHub. And then hey Spandauer, hey Victor. Victor, is it starting to become a thing that whenever you are clicking on the stream, you see Nostai? That would be shitty, wouldn't it be? Okay, so that is set. And then we are going into the dash studio. Devices, LEDs. Profiles manager. We are... What are we copying? I think a Porsche because it's LMDh. Or quickly checking at setting up the LEDs. Load LEDs, edit profile, set the RMP flash counters. Right, then let's have a check. It's doing what it is supposed to do. Ah. Got the engine going fast. Yes. Sounds about right. Okay, so then quick fixes on the setup a little bit. We want to have a little less coast. We want to have more traction control. And then there was something else that bugged my mind. I need to really see how the car is behaving overall. So, what concerns me a little bit is that we just died in Indy like a non-existent balance at all. Let me quickly open the window. It's pretty hot in here. Did that bonk hit the car? No, it's fine. Okay, sorry for the inconvenience here. But I wasn't even too sure what I was locking first. Maybe with this car it is smart. Oof. Oh my god. Can only imagine how that ends when you have worn tires. Simon the Sorcerer, hello and welcome, thank you for joining. Fex80, we were checking a couple of things on the Motec data for optimum running performance of the car. And now we are trying to get this car into an operating window somehow. Oh, I have incredibly bad stutters. Oh boy. Sharon, are you there? What do you mean, Jack? The setup I have works well in Indianapolis. But it doesn't work very well at all. Ah! Yeah. Yeah. That's true. But I think it also depends on how you hit the, how you're hitting the curbs there. Car ahead is struggling. Oh. Sienna. Is he also on an outlap? Or is he on a time lap? Can't even see. Hey Timo. Depends. Sometimes I have to, like this week. Tomorrow is girlfriend's birthday, then on Tuesday we got our weekly date nights. And then Wednesday I'm having Mercedes competition. Thursday I can do a stream. Friday I'm off for some activities. I think I'm also running 100% into the battery. Maybe that has killed me last time in Indy. No, that's please not a track limit. Yeah, thing. Oh my goodness. Maybe I'm just pushing it too strong. How far am I off in S1 this time? 3/10. Zach, I'm using an Elgato Facecam Pro. Yeah, right now I am on wing 1. And it's impressive, like, it is 56.4 brake bias and I'm still locking the rears. And at the same time I'm locking the fronts as well, as you can see. LEDs coming on. I think I can agree with you, Spandauer. So far, the car doesn't feel too handy at all. Like, balance-wise, it doesn't feel bad, you know, but sometimes it's lazy, sometimes it tends to oversteer a little. Next time, it comes completely at your rear end. There's like an inconsistency in the car, if that makes sense. Yeah, nice. This next lap won't count. We got to love it. What am I gonna do with that car? What am I gonna do with this machine? So, question to you, Jack. Do you recall the value that you've used for tow? Maybe I need to do some quality assurance here, or some quality checks on the setup, because, and I remember that being the same. Well, I don't want to call it an issue. Like, it felt absolutely awesome when I did the laps around Circuit of the America for the stream here, or for the video itself. It just felt sometimes the car is like an understeery boat as much as anything else. And the next time it is like kind of over-rotating, spinning, lock in the rear, stuff like that. And that is, like, it is super, what shall I say? It is not consistent. It is like an inconsistent behavior of the car. That kind of triggers me a bit. 0.35 in wing 4. I have always removed that toe because I felt it being a, how shall I say, like a bit of a consideration. Bill Hunter, no, I'm not using a GoPro. Taha Melli is running with a hard tire. Okay. I also need to check something on my branch, and that might be a bit ugly as I have to. Shit. Because I'm getting a lot of flickering, stuttering, and so on. So I was told to use a public build, a pub share build, to be honest. And you know what? I'm gonna sacrifice further testing for that. I've just done a stupid mistake. Because I logged out of the game without unregistering. I just don't want to, come into that situation where the download actually takes longer until the race is starting. So I'm gonna unsub from the race, safety first, because it is stupid to like. No, I'm not gonna unsub because eventually the the game is starting at some point, right? Okay, so I'm gonna take the pub share. This hopefully should only be a small adjustment anyway. So the camera recording my screen is an Elgato Facecam Pro. You're still getting 332, 333 kph. Yeah, on the improveyourlaptime.com setup. So I hear satisfied customers, which is awesome. But yeah, I need to check a couple of things. I somehow want to get the balance more to my liking, really. Can drive but not set up a car. You'll be laughing how many people have the same fate. I don't even want to call it fate, but having the same issue, right? Okay, so should be done any minute. I think everything is downloaded already. And now it might just take a couple of seconds to get it done. Certainly, the Alpine in its complete delivery, I think the Alpine might be a decent car if you set it up correctly, if you set it up just right, But I think that the Alpine is considerably hard to set up. LMU's being sold. To whom did it get sold? Ah, Jack, you should join us. Why this abstinence? Hey, Nicolas Cage B, how you doing, buddy? They accepted the possibility of being viable. That's a little bit of a different wording, eh? I thought, like what Janne said, that they got sold. Wait. Maybe it's a language barrier here. Question to the stream. Is MSG looking for a buyer, or have they found a buyer that have bought them already? Question to the chat. Oh, Jack McConnell, then you will be perfectly fine helping us with a strategy here, right? They are looking for a buyer. Okay. That is a bit of a different wording than being sold to me. But again, that might be a Michi issue with the language. Yeah. Answers on their website. Laying off employees is never a good sign. No, of course not. And I don't want to even talk this in beauty or however you want to. Like, I don't want to even polish it up. The situation is bad. The situation is shit. The situation is the worst when it comes for customers, especially for employees, share and stakeholders. It is a shit situation. Hayden Gillis. Okay, I butchered your name, but that was your... you paying the debts on the loan for not being followed since over a year. I'm disappointed, man. Appreciate you found your way. Welcome. How you doing, man? Just gone it, don't fuel save. You went 11 laps, 7 laps, swap tires, and 11 laps. But you stream on it every day. Yeah, I'm living the same fate, Hayden. Don't worry. So a 2-stop strat, mediums on both times. You swap them every time then, yeah? Okay, so let me check the setup. Okay, let's give it a run. Why is everyone... Jack, do you have an idea why everyone is on the is on the hards here? Or a lot of people are on the hards? To me, it doesn't make sense. I mean, of course, if you want to double stint a tire, then it's going to be the hards, yeah. Okay, I have exactly time for putting in 1 lap. Hey Sam. Yeah, I said this a couple of 2 days ago or so when a couple of people obviously kept asking me the question about MSG. I proposed what have I done wrong? With me real quick. Something doesn't add up on the LCDs. Show me them again. Of course not, they simply changed. Wait, which profile did it now load up? LMP2. Interesting. Why did it go to the LMP2? There is an Alpine one you can load up. Profiles Manager. Last selected. Just keep it there. So, yeah. As a matter of fact, I've said this before, and I'm sorry for being a little bit lunatic today with the actions here on stream. What I would propose, or what I would love to see in the name for MSG, for the sakes of Le Mans Ultimate and R Factor 2, I would love to see them allowing an asset deal. And as you may, I don't know how many of you guys are into a little bit of economic and balance sheets and stuff. But on a company, you list your assets, so the things that you own, your properties, and value them. And like for a producing company, like a car manufacturer, that is like a couple of trillions of dollars. For machinery, for home and soil, like ground, production halls, storage halls, all sort of stuff. So that is so-called, those are fixed assets, you know. And then there is the kind of trading objects, the kind of trading assets, which is like screws, material, alloy material, steel that you need for building and welding the cars and so on. In an assets deal, a buyer goes there and be like, hey MSG, on your balance sheet you got the assets Studio 397, Le Mans Ultimate licenses, R Factor 2 code. Give me those assets. I buy those assets for 10 million euros, let's say. So MSG then would receive 10 million euros, would make that asset deal for the buyer, so the buyer gets access to the technology, and MSG would still exist with no assets left, but with 10 million in the bank. Those 10 million then could be used to pay all the loans and debts and liabilities they still have to Luminous, as far as I understand. Or maybe to NASCAR and IndyCar for the penalties on the badly used licenses, you know. But that would probably, and I really say probably because I don't know the overall picture, but that might probably be the most promising way of keeping Le Mans Ultimate and all the assets alive, and not letting it go under with a bankruptcy or whatever. But of course that is hyper risky. And it also would mean MSG needs to put the willingness of having Le Mans Ultimate succeed and having R Factor 2 and Studio 397 to succeed. They have to put that above their own willingness to survive, which is something very difficult as a CEO or whatever. If you are trying, like, usually as a CEO, you try to always survive. You're fighting for your own job. Or in this case, I think Stephen Hood need to take a step back and be like, okay, what's best for the product? What's best for the platform that we are proud of and that we have developed? And the best for that would be to really sell it and not care about the own company. However, if you're caring about the own company, then you're making the price for selling MSG, the Studio 397 and whatnot as a whole, maybe including MSG, to a horrendously high price. And that would also mean selling the debts, selling the liabilities, something no one really wants to buy, right? But as we've spoken about it, someone mentioned the way it's done, like at Fanatec. This is exactly what happened at Fanatec. Corsair has bought the assets from Fanatec, or from the Endor AG. The Endor AG being the owner of the property of the brand Fanatec and whatnot. And Endor AG had an agreement with Corsair to sell the property of Fanatec, to sell the legacy, to sell the brand Fanatec to Corsair. So effectively, Fanatec still exists, now not under the shelf of Endor AG, but Corsair, a company that is obviously well known in the computer manufacturing world. But it actually meant that Endor has lost a pretty significant amount of their value in the company. Yeah. Yeah, MSG parent company is like Motorsport Network, if I'm not mistaken. They might have indeed enough money, but if they don't care about the gaming part, then, well... And if the gaming part can't keep itself afloat, then what's gonna do, right? So I have 2 purple lap times here. Is that for real? Gonna find out. Once we hopefully this time not fuck up the final chicken. Well, it's not for Unreal. But also it was the first lap, right? Okay, I need to save the setup. And I probably... I have 7 more minutes. I mean, I've done exactly 1 lap now. Which is a shame. But it doesn't really make sense to jump into another server at the time, right? So I guess we're just gonna wait here until the server is getting green. And for the time being, discuss a little bit about MSG. Yeah, but guys, of course, if you appreciate what we're doing here, please have a subscription on the YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitch. If you are interested in more Le Mans Ultimate content, Be Edino, thank you for joining. Yes, Giannis, this heart rate is not new, but I haven't used it in a while. Alex Cat 6, I'm using an Elgato Facecam Pro. Bill, let's face it, finding new investors, it's not only about too many blunders from the beginning. I basically think if you look at MSG, and you know, Studio 397 is probably their only asset where they're really making money with. So, as much as this is an issue for MSG, Studio 397 and Le Mans Ultimate and R Factor 2 is their only thing that could make them survive. And that obviously is a bit of a two-faced sword, because, you know, the entire community is already been, they are doing all this DLC and stuff, despite the game isn't finished. But at the same time, I think we have to conclude and understand that this is the own chance for MSG to get people in, to get money in, to get revenue in. And as much as it is about MSG finding an investor, MSG finding ways to get Studio 397 staying operational and working on Le Mans ultimately in the first place, and R Factor 2 and maybe in the second row, as much as it is their responsibility to an extent, is also going to be their own desire, but the costs that MSG is causing as a company, as being a concern, as being listed on the stock market, as having to meet a couple of more requirements than a company that is not listed on the stock market, those kind of costs are just too strong, they are just too high. So I think what would be pretty much required for Studio 397 is to find a way to reduce those overhead costs. Spandau, to be honest, they need to do quick money with Studio 397. Sell the properties, make sure someone is getting money into Studio 397, that they can exist, that they can work, and then pay the debts, satisfy all the shareholders, and get out of business. James, arguably yes, but at the end of the day, I'm putting out the bold accusation that if they had done a BTCC game, which was good, a NASCAR game, which was good, they would have got them out. They would have got a little bit of revenue, but they would still not be. They would still not be able to write black numbers. Like right now, what is their average burn rate? They burn 1.2 million, 1.3 million of dollars every month. A Studio 397 used to have an office in the Netherlands, I think, but I think mostly it's all on all from somewhere. So let's say that Studio 397 has 30 employees. Each of them is earning, let's say, probably about right 6,000 euros gross. So make it 7.5k, including social insurances and so on. That would mean for those 30 people, MSG would pay 250,000 euros. That is for the Studio 397. Let's take another 30 for MSG, make it 60, is 500,000 in labor costs, let's say. Then you need to rent servers, you need to rent maybe a couple of third-party programmers and that stuff. Let's say they have 700,000 or 800,000 euros of costs that are down to Studio 397. However, they burn 1.3 million, I think. So that is a huge amount of money. And to save 1.3 million of burn rate, Le Mans Ultimate can now be bought for, I think, 36 euro. Okay, so we divide 1.3 million by 36. That would be 36,100 copies of Le Mans Ultimate every month in order to save these costs. And that's not enough because Steam is taking the 30% off. So you would need to divide that number by 0.7. So you would need to sell 55,000, roughly 55,000 of copies of Le Mans Ultimate every month to keep MSG afloat. We have 50,000 in total player base, maybe 60. So I read a message there. When they have set 50k sales in the first month exceeded the expectation, that's when I got worried. Yeah, but 50k sales in the first month, I never thought we're gonna sell 50k to the community. I thought we never did. Maybe with DLCs and subscription, Edino, and I think that is what we are likely going to see. Like they already teased us with a couple of GT3s. They also teased us with there's going to be shitty. Thought it never gonna go up. There is going to be a subscription-based service. Let's be honest. I think we're gonna see DLC quickly. I have a feeling that this is now going to be rushed, and this is. Don't get me wrong. The entire MSG situation is shit for the game's quality period. Like, they have to throw off people. They will surely increase the pressure to get as much as money-soaking features into the game as quickly as possible. That must be a strategy of them. That must be a strategy. And every copy of Le Mans Ultimate, every bought DLC is gonna endure the time they have to make this great still. And so it is also our responsibility to keep playing the game, to keep streaming the game, to help giving feedback, give Studio 397 a chance. That is our minimum that we can do. Hello. And I can only urge you as much as, you know, I know there are so many people on the fence being like, I'm not gonna buy this when it doesn't have VR. I'm not gonna buy this when it doesn't have version 1.0. I don't buy this because it's a buggy thing still. I want to save my money for later. Don't do it. But currently, you can get the game for as cheap as ever, and additionally, you can get. Yeah, I will just do a lap with ratio. You can get the game for as cheap as ever, and still in a state where it might have issues, yes, but you can drive the development forwards, you know. Mary, you bought and haven't raced it. That is great for MSG, not good for you. But still, the point I'm trying to raise here, and I'm about to end this tragedy a little bit here. Why does a company having to go out of business? One would say because they haven't been successful in their business model. That is always part of the story, because why is one not successful with their business model? Because of the lack of customer, because of the willingness of the customer to pay. And all those people that are still sitting on the fence of buying this game are like, yeah, I'm gonna keep my €35 until MSG either eventually dies, then I'm happy that I have saved the money, or until MSG is delivering a fully perfect designed product. You know what? Just give them the money, get the game. If MSG goes down, you still have the game. You might maybe only be able to run it offline or in weekend mode or whatever. I don't know how this would work or how this would end up, but I'm pretty sure in comparison to iRacing, you own the software. So you have files on your computer and you can use them. I'm pretty sure that there will be ways that even if MSG is not existent anymore, you can play that game. However, if you never got the game and MSG is not existent anymore, I don't think you can buy the game somewhere for sure. Anyway, what I'm trying to tell you with that, guys, is if iRacing goes bankrupt, I'm not saying that it does, but if it would, you have rented their service for a couple of years, spend $2,500 on a lot of content and own nothing after all. You won't be able to race because when iRacing goes down, all servers gonna be gone. This is an all, like, iRacing is a very monopolistic service. Without service, or without iRacing as a company, no service. And that is a concern. To me, that is much more a concern than throwing €35 at a company that might go out of business. Region, I'm pretty sure that VR is on their list, but I don't think they are going to be able to bring out updates about VR that is luring in some money. It might lure in the money of those guys in VR still hitting on the fence, still sitting on the fence. But again, I need to adjust that setup again. Whoa, this time it doesn't rotate at all. If you want them to be able to ever bring VR into full force, go buy the game. It is your way to enable them to do the stuff. And as far as I'm concerned, also, VR can be used in the current game state. It might just not be optimized for it, but it's not like it is not possible for it to be used. Oh, come on. Bindis, yeah, I should go and buy 2 copies to make a Smurf account and deliver you guys the action from the entry splits. Whatever I've done to the car and the setup, I made a couple of small clicks, made it worse. Richard, you're about Rensport or you're about Le Mans Ultimate? Bill Hunter, is it a new gaming physics engine or is it just going to be a graphics engine? Izzy, of course, no one says it's your responsibility to make up for their mistakes. But if you want Le Mans Ultimate to survive, if you want Le Mans Ultimate to be further developed, then you can take your part in supporting the project. Doesn't mean that you need to support the way the management has been getting to that point. That's a different story. Car is a bit too understeery now. Wasn't that understeery in that practice session? Which may has to do with a little bit of a rake story. Oops. Box. Yeah, anyway, guys, it goes without saying that Le Mans Ultimate has extreme potential. Sadly, with MSG, we have a bad license holder in the way. It's absolutely not what Studio 397 has or deserves, not in the slightest bit. But there's only so much that we can do about it, right? So... Oh, this was that interesting. Okay. Damn it! Now the session moved. Need to check how many laps. Yeah. 15 minutes. Gonna make it a single shot with the soft. Okay, here we go. The Matty Online, I hear you. I hated the idea about not adding WEC just as a DLC to R Factor 2 or generally make it an R Factor 3. Pull in the old working files and enhance it with the more ultimate content, so to say. But okay, it is the way they choose it. I could also see that this was an obligation by FIA, ACO, being like, we don't want to be in addition to your existing game, which is already, like, you know, from an ACO point of view, you could arguably say, guys, we made Le Mans Virtual Series with you boys, and you failed 3 times, so never ever gonna do it in R Factor 2, right? And I think that is one of the concerns for sure. What made them probably put something into a contract saying, you can't just do it on RF2, you just can't. Slight hiccup on the brain. Okay. I muted myself indeed, yeah. What I wanted to say though, guys, let's not talk about MSG, RF2, Le Mans Ultimate as such. Today we're gonna talk about racing. Jerome, I am on the branch that you said. Feels much better so far indeed. Vindis, BMW's a fucking shitbox, that's all I'm gonna say to that race yesterday. In reality, we've raced our air off. You know what kind of 2 letters I was missing behind the A. Result was, we finished P9. Porsche won the race by 1.5 laps distance with 30 seconds to top 3. That was Aston Martin and McLaren. Best BMW finished P7. Half a second behind that, the second best BMW, and 18 seconds behind that we. So the best BMW, without any shunt, without any spins whatsoever, finished 7th. Roughly a lap and a quarter down, so hashtag BOP. Yeah, I know yesterday was a shit stream regarding happiness, and therefore probably also a bad stream for you guys to look at. Not bad to look at as such, but probably you guys were not that much interested seeing us suffer, and you saw it on the face that we were suffering a lot. Diamond is also a let's hope Le Mans Ultimate survives and gets to the state that it wants to be. Thank you so much for your €12 super chat donation, buddy. Much appreciated. So, let's go on for qualifying though. Jack, I have also hear your concern about rear wing, so I went with rear wing 2. No! Oh, fuck's sake, come on. You got to be kidding me. You guys love Last of Us challenges? There is a good potential this is going to be one. Of course, the track limit also said we're green. Like, what the hell? Your lap's still valid?
Yeah. Why?
Went not even wide at Third Rouge, got green calculation, and the moment the calculation was done, it was yellow.
RIP.
Yeah, the green to yellow has been like, come on, is a full joke. You are to B2 in safety rank. So you're silver 2. No, wait, bronze 2 in silver rank. Ah. Yeah, I think you need to do 2 or 3, maybe 4 more races without any incidents. And then you are silver and then you're good to join everything. Jankish, absolutely. And Rox. Hey there. 49-inch ultra widescreen, guys. What I do love about Le Mans racing is I can talk to you freely. I can have enough of time looking at the screen to talk to you boys. .326.5. Quite honestly, guys, it is now 7 minutes 30 to go. The moment I probably start the clock, I'll go across the finish line. I'm having no chance for a second lap, which means like, shall I just go for it or shall I abort? Okay. What brake bias do you run?
50... 54.1-ish.
With region with the BMAC on?
Yeah, migration all the way to front. I mean, plus 2.5.
Like, I run 56.4 with migration off, but it feels like while locking the fronts that I lock the rears. Like, I lock the fronts and lose the rear. Makes
Yeah, I think
no
the
sense.
front locks, then the rear locks because of the region, but then the front locks again because it likes to lock. It's quite crazy. I just said before on stream, like, it feels like ACC when it comes to turn entry. You cannot run into any kind of ABS, but in this case, in any kind of micro locking. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you will just go straight.
Yeah. Feels so shit, man.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah, Sharon, I mean, it's easy for you to say. That's why I don't run Alpines this weekend. I'm a streamer. I have to entertain you. And so far I'm entertaining only you, but not myself. As a matter of fact, if I'm done with my lap, I might at least get enough time to grab a coffee for the 100-minute race. Andonovsky without any lap time as well. I have to ask another way though. Do you guys want us to do last to first? Not that we're getting last to first. Yes, Sorov, this is an Alpine only event, absolutely. Yeah guys, if you appreciate what we're doing, if you love our content, please subscribe us on the YouTube channel, follow us on Twitch if you haven't done already. I would absolutely appreciate your guys' support on the channel. Last to first is always entertaining. Depends. It's a 100-minute race, guys. Smith Shaw, hey buddy, how are you doing? N-Cross, thank you so much for becoming a tier 1 sub on the Twitch channel, much appreciated buddy. Thank you for Giga support. Yeah, and that of course is another opportunity to support the channel, guys. If you become a sponsor on the YouTube channel, if you become a membership there, or if you become a tier 1 sub or a prime sub on Twitch, then you will not only enjoy custom emotes to be used for the chat, you guys will also enjoy community streams that are for sub only and sponsorships only, where we are talking about sim racing, where we're just yeah, where you guys have a chance to have a look behind the scenes, editing thumbnails, cutting videos, just having an easy chat all together, having a discussion about MSG as we've just had it here on the stream live. Usually we take our times not doing sim racing on those sub or membership only streams, as of course the sim racing content shall be available for everyone and not being put behind a paywall. Yeah, guys, we're not going to do last to first. Like we can do last to first, we're not going to make it first at all. Alright then, here we go. Our only qualifying attempt. Okay. It is a lost to first challenge regardless now. Great! I love it! So let's be smart here. Fuck this shit. Cheers. Guys, I quickly get coffee, and then we see last the first challenge here. We'll be right back. Alright, guess we're back. So...
For the content, last to first or what?
No. Track limits.
Yeah, no, they are difficult.
Like, 25th Hypercar? This is going... I'm gonna be fine if I make it top 5 in that split.
Yeah, I mean, they have been improved, the track limits. Like, it's less strict, but it's still very difficult.
Yeah. Like, the first one is completely irrelevant. Like, I ran not only one... Like, I had one tire for sure still on the tarmac, not even the curb. It wasn't even... Like, I wasn't even worried on the track limit. And then it was like, okay, all green. And I was going down with sun straight, and suddenly was like, up, invalid. And I was like, what is this fuck? Just turned yellow the moment the calculation stopped.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
unlucky.
last attempt, I crashed on one outlap, but it would have been last attempt anyway. And then in the actual last attempt, I got turn 1 track limit. Was the first time the car slowed down though. In time.
Yeah, if you can manage to avoid the lockups, it is then so easy to like brake a lot later and just carry the speed in. But
so, what strategy then?
so
Master
it
Vulpix,
is
thanks for the
29
follow.
laps, I think, and then the car can go 11.7. Like, you can save for 12. But yeah, not sure.
Not sure if I want to take the hards and...
No. I tested before, when I let you through in the practice session. Like,
so the hards was a second off. I saw you
I don't
everywhere
know,
but on the racing line.
Yeah, in the practice it was not that bad when I drove yesterday, but maybe I had higher temperatures, I don't know. Because the temps still go like 100 plus on that HUD thing, but I just take mediums. Timothée is on mediums, so that should be the way to go.
What's the fuel that you have? 0.98?
Yeah, 9798.
Yeah. Well, do I now start in the middle of the LMP2 pack?
Yep.
God.
Well, not in the middle. You start at the very back of the LMP2 pack.
Oh yes, at the very back.
Yep.
If the tires were warmed from pits, I would have done a pit lane start then.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit.
Well, Michi, enjoy the race.
Likewise.
See you on the podium, right?
I think you're gonna have a hard time for the podium this time as well. So.
Yep, I will.
Okay, guys, you're on the right channel for entertainment, though. So don't worry, you'll be fine. I hope I haven't got a penalty yet again because I had to catch up. If I have a penalty, I can also just park the car. Or then it will be a last to top 10 challenge. Guys, we're P23 in class. So it is everything else but nice. Please, game, don't give me a penalty. Yeah, I'm entertaining you, don't worry. Don't worry, it's going to be madness, I think. Pure madness, to be honest. Tires are stone cold till we get to the green anyway. So are the brakes. Hold speed. We will get the green right between the chickens. And I think I'm gonna have to wait until I can overtake these cars. Until after the line, so about now. Guys are wrecking. Couple of Alpine Hypercars coming back. Oh, hello.
I think I got killed by Martin.
Well, see you on the pole.
Wait, I have a bit of damage.
Oh shit, it sucks. Mark Antel, you will like, comment and subscribe if you make it to the top 5. Copy, copy. That is huge ambitions, but I'm gonna try serving it as good as I possibly can. Hey Mark. So, here we go. Last to fast challenge. Can we do it? Well, last to top 5 for Mark. That's great. More of that. Far enough ahead of us, and then we can go by. I need to clear these LMP2s. Come on. Good news is we only have LMP2s here. The bad news is those are hard to pass. Especially when they're doing their draft games here. I'll just need to stay clear. And then onto the way to Indianapolis. I need to get them. Now this is going to be ugly. Leave me space on the outside and I'm gonna take it. Ooh, 3 wide! Alright, P20 on towards the Hypercars. We're brakes. Alright guys, getting on to our field here, and as you can see we're saving the fuel, so we're trying to play the strat game, and I think, I'm confident that the strat game will get us somewhere for sure here. Just not allowed to die, not allowed to track limit too much, that shouldn't be a track limit at all. Good news is we're not out of the game yet. The problem is, now comes the dicey hard stuff to overtake in-class cars. Effectively, where we want to sit after Tête Rouge is in the slipstream of this train ahead. But that is not going to happen, I think. Oh. Yeah, half a point already. Okay, so let them do things. P18 we sit 17 seconds off the lead. Jenkers, no. 15 minutes is not going to happen. So to cut yourself the way through here is going to be tricky, I think. Because of all the slipstream fests they are doing there. Damn it. Hey! That guy has killed our momentum, really. Nezyak, thank you for the follow. Welcome to your fifth challenge it is. If we could get a significantly better exit, we can potentially do something here. But we did not. We're sitting in the draft, which is perfect though. Gap to the lead 18 seconds. Gap to the podium 14 seconds. I'm having issues in breaking into Indy. I'll admit that. I can't break into Indy. Like every time I'm so...
Sideways, like, yes.
Yeah.
I know.
And anxious on the brakes. So we cannot really rush this here, guys. As much as we would love to make progress as quickly as possible. But the more we are staying patient here on the fuel, patient on the energy... Also give them a little bit of space into the chicken, because we're gonna end up on their rear wings on the exits anyway. And this is the moment where we now need to be smart to take them piece by piece, slowly but surely, car by car. They're running so close with each other, fighting for position, that they are gonna just slow themselves down, which is a little bit of an issue, as that slows us down as well. Thankfully, someone decided to give way. In hindsight, we are still a little bit too far off for Mulsanne straight. Let's work on that. Don't get too tight with the track limit. Perfect. Half a second of gap. That means draft. No, I have not made 3D models because I have no idea how to even do it. So now we need to get closer, need to get a run out of this chicken. Close enough, yeah. So we now need to take action. Far back. But they will cost themselves time, maybe even run them off. The one guy we got, the other one we outbrake into Mulsanne. Almost lost it. Oh my god. Just outbraking into Mulsanne with a car that is ridiculous on the brakes. Simracing, hey there. Lift, clutch and coast saves fuel, yeah. Well, it doesn't save fuel, it actually burns fuel, but you're scrubbing off less speed than you would if you just lift. Ah, damn, won't be able to do the move. 2 game crashes. Have you hopefully submitted the log files of it? That would be very important. Okay, more saving into the fast chickens. These guys are significantly slow here. Like, despite saving the fuel, can keep up a lot with them. Oh. Do I dive? Do I not dive? Yes, I dive. George Garton. What are we gonna do with you then, as you just rejoined? Maybe we're gonna just pass you on the straight then. My dive might have not been too nice into the 4 chickens, but the touchy of the guy wasn't nice either, as those guys go completely beyond the track limits there. So what is our fastest lap so far? 3:29. That's damn slow. But yeah, as those guys are side by side, we just wait for them to sort it out, close the gap. Oh, I locked the fronts and that made the car swing around like a pendulum. Those guys are gonna crash. And I'm gonna have to avoid them. Let's take some space then. Got me! '11th. So Mark, just 6 positions to P5 then, huh? The good news is that we're now... Oh! What the... What did I just see? Did you get killed?
Yep, I overtook, defended the inside, the guy went flat out into my rear.
George Garton?
I don't know.
He was so dangerous. I just predicted the crash between him and the other guy. Yeah, guys, we're going to have a little bit of a long replay session here, I assume. So, meanwhile, I need to start pushing a bit though, because now we have clean air. And as we've saved a little of fuel, we can now invest a little more while still sticking to the strat. Oh, of course, Mark, no pressure, but you set me a reachable target, you know? So, I would appreciate a like, a share, a subscription, and a comment on the video. So I'm working for it. Meanwhile, gap to the podium is 19 seconds away. It's certainly increasing, but I guess you'll see what kind of pace we have right now, as we have the first time of all clean air. 4 laps in the book. More than enough fuel for 8 laps. Still, could always almost make it 13 laps from here. But that would require the same kind of saving. And I think that is just time-wise not feasible. not the way to go. What is the daytime? Is it gonna go into the night? It is 8 PM, right? So, if anything, double stint on the last stint then. Ozgy, thank you so much for your Prime sub. Much appreciated, buddy. Driver unknown. Oh, that was bad of me. Well, kept it in the between the white lines. No damage. Are you dead or still alive?
I'm in the pits now, going for repairs. But no, I'm basically dead.
Okay, now it's time to close the gap. Hey, Melly, MP6. Top 5 should be possible. Anything further right here, depending on the overall pace that we do, right? I have to admit, I haven't done enough laps really on this Alpine to fully understand how it works and how it drives. But I think so far it is okay to manage or okay to drive. Guys, again, if you appreciate what we're doing, please have a subscription on the YouTube channel, ring the bell, and follow us on Twitch if you haven't done already. And of course, if you love the content, please have a like on the video on YouTube as well. That would be massively appreciated. Everyone smash the like button if you haven't done already. And enjoy this, well, sadly error-forced last to first challenges. It was never my intention to do it. But here we sit, going last to first, closing the gap on P8 now, right? Since we got a freebie. Poor guy just died into the Porsches. Flew for 7 laps. 5 laps done, 12 laps. It's going to be the first pit stop then. Well, Andonovsky is doing nothing else than preparing setups for all these cars since they were out. So it is no wonder he's running at the front. For the kind of dominant qualifying that he's done, he's not even that far ahead in the race, it's just 3 seconds. My graphics settings are mostly high, and the color settings, I haven't done anything. The only, like, I have a little bit of sharpening on the camera, like 20%, and I had to move the color tone of the camera, because if I would have just neutrally left the color, this wouldn't show red but deeply purple, so with a lot of blue. So I had to move the tone 8 tones to the left, or -8, whatever is the option there on OBS. In order to make this look as it looks. But I appreciate it, Mark. If it looks almost like reality, then we're on a very good way indeed here. Yeah, I see gravel up ahead. I see people coming closer. Martin, I appreciate your feedback, really. Thank you so much. Hey guys, apparently on the YouTube channel we're lacking only 35 subscribers to hit 11k. So if you're new to this, or if you love seeing this, then please support our stream with a sub on the YouTube channel. That would be massively appreciated. And Zaro. Am I from Australia? Have a guess. Let's make a little game out of it. I guess you think I'm from Australia, that's hence you asking, I guess. So probably that little bit of a question was unnecessary. I am from southern Germany. Been a German all my life and lived in Germany all my life as well. As we come in personal best 28.4. Yeah, making it to the top 5 would require running a bit faster still. Here the little practice is showing. Not going quick enough. And Zaro, thank you very much for your sub on the YouTube channel, buddy. Appreciate it. That's a cut, right? Yeah, give me another half a point. Goodness me. Hey, Renee. Whom do you wait for buying Le Mans Ultimate? Yeah, and Zaro. A lot of people keep saying my English is good. A fun fact is my English hasn't been that good when being in high school. Got an average C or D grade most of the time. But then obviously with streaming, being an international esport and team, at some point your language skills are developing. I see, Renee. And Zaro, I cannot guarantee you, when you have a wheel already, you will love the immersion on Le Mans Ultimate with hypercars and endurance and everything. Trust me, it is a good call to buy it. Simracing, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm just, you know, trying to be able to be understood by everyone that is able to speak English. Please don't try to talk to me with a dialect like Scottish or Welsh or Irish. I have no chance understanding it. Liverpool and Manchester people, I can't understand you when you talk to me in your native language. It's not a chance. Like in your native dialect. Yeah, Mark. The game has an insane amount of potential, and I hope everyone enjoys driving and playing it. More yellow flags. Someone was dead. Yeah, let's get me more track limits. Wait, I need to read that message again. I'm not sure if I have fully understood it. Bear with me. You work with a German lad, a good friend, and my English is like his. He's in Ireland now for 5 years or more. Yeah, I guess one could learn or get used to it. It's all about being surrounded by that type of English all the time, I guess. If I could get close enough through the Mulsanne Strait, make a move while going towards Indy, that would be amazing. Simracing, I have never had esport as my main career. My main career has always been an office guy. So I'm working on an 8 to 5 job since 9 years while doing sim racing, and especially esports sim racing besides it. Check, race is going alright. We screwed up quali, so track limits all the way. And this is just Alpine shenanigans. Fuck. Five seconds. Don't forget. So yeah, sim racing has never been my profession as such. Always been in 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 actually. Yeah, and so I have never been dependent on esport. I've lived through the pain of esport though, as in most of the time you just came home 5:30, 6 p.m. you're sitting in the rig practicing until 9, a couple of days after another. No, Bill, I'm a financial controller in an industrial company. So I am responsible for checking costs and efficiency in the production and trying to improve that. And I'm responsible for reporting the month and the quarter end and the year end numbers to the upper management. That's, yeah, so financial controllership, that's my profession. Oh, someone dead. What is this Alpine doing, really? Oh. I am so sorry. I'm really sorry. But what is that car doing? Like that stupid region at the back. Yep, Windus. That's why I believe I know so much about what MSG needs, because from my standard job perspective, I'm able to understand their balance sheet, I'm able to understand their actions. Like, my job as a controller at MSG would exactly be like telling them to sell the company. Like, or I would have also been the bloke to say, we need to get rid of 20 people. Like, being a controller can be a rough job. Helicopter, it is a 49-inch ultra widescreen. Yeah, the moment you lock the fronts, or you lose the rear. It's so weird.
Kind of, sometimes.
Mark, that is exactly the thing, and you know, there was a time where we've been overwhelmed with all sort of championships and competitions alongside, and that was great because even the guys that were doing this full time, you can only practice so much in a 5 days period, so the gap between my, let's say, 3 or 4 times 4 hours in the week, like 12 or 16 hours of preparation that went into the race, compared to their, at best, maybe 30 to 35 hours of preparation, didn't weigh that much. This year, the FSR, for example, I did like between 6 and 10 hours of preparation, but the diehard sweaters, they've maybe put even 80 hours of preparation for every race. Like, it's no wonder they're gonna start in P15 and then use your experience to make it back to like P8. More yellow flags. So I'm sitting 8th in the meanwhile, but already a good amount of seconds back to melee. Paddlers, no, they don't. They don't. And I'm kinda okay with that, you know? Because I would probably put my bonus over... You know, it's easy to be like, oh, you know what, we just get rid of 2 or 3 guys, then I get my bonus. We cut costs of 80,000 or 100,000 euros a year. Easy life. But that's just not how it works, right? Come on, like, how much do you need to slow down? Yeah, Musa is an interesting one coming onto the market right now, right? I haven't read the articles yet, guys, about Le Mans Ultimate and whether it's sold or not sold. Can't 100% say yet. Cheers, Simracers, tell the iRacing fanboys. I'm sure they will be disagreeing. Mark, I hope we're not talking about those 5 seconds from the spin in this particular corner 2 laps ago when we're missing out on the top 5. So guys, then a little outview to this week. Tomorrow we are revealing another live clip reaction to Le Mans Ultimate clips here on the channel. That's going to be as usual on 8 PM. On Tuesday you guys gonna see an edited video being released, whether that is a tutorial or a highlight video, I'm not sure yet. And then on Wednesday, guys, Mercedes AMG Retro Championship. Round 3 at Suzuka. That's going to be on the menu for Wednesday. Thursday, likely to have a Le Mans Ultimate stream. Friday, an edited video. Saturday, an edited video. And Sunday, likely to be more streaming then. Just a bit busy right now. Red John D, thank you very much for your subscription on the YouTube channel. Thank you for your time. Appreciate the support. Oh, big massive welcome. So Mally also with a spin then. 7.5 seconds ahead in P6. That is doable. Yo, Kirith, my man. How you doing, bro? Kirith, one of our membership and sponsorship guys on our YouTube channel. Ongoing support from the guy since over a year already, I think. Absolute legend. Big shout out to Kirith. He is an extremely talented and deep in analysis sim racing guy. Done a lot of Gran Turismo, done a little of R-Factor 2, done a lot of iRacing, but mainly the guy is deep into the technique. I met him a couple of times in Formula E. I've met him on the WEC in Spa 2 years ago. We had a podcast, like we had a video going on where we were talking about cars and the specific differences on cars and headlights and all sort of stuff. In the pit lane back then at Spa. It was an awesome experience to work with the guy. Everyone give him a sub on YouTube. I think, have you got up to 70k now? Yeah, Kirith, we're gonna meet at the expo. And I have copied you. I went for a DJI Pocket 3. And man, what a lovely little camera that is. Can absolutely get the sense why you went for that. So I fear, let me have a little look on the minimap regarding the traffic that we're coming up ahead. No, we're still a good chunk away from LMPs. That's good then. Gee, Simracing, you're fallen into my clickbait channel titles as well, I guess. They are also there. So let's see. Someone else dead. That's an LMP without a rear wing, huh? Go to pits, please. But don't spin and kill me. Oh boy. Taking extra safety here. Oh, we go for an extra lap. As we have Boyle in the pits, Mally also extra lap. Steininger 16.5 seconds ahead. Are we even gaining on him? Can't really see. I need to check the delta times more closely. Yeah, Jenkins, I went there and I broke down with my own car. So I missed the first 4 hours of the 6 hours while being on the land roads right before the gate. Oh, box. Everyone actually went a lap longer. Interesting. So Haha, Melly. Invalidated, invalidated, invalidated. Ronaldo Steininger. Greens. Blotto. Greens. Marco Anesen. Also greens. We aren't too far off then. Sad story is they are also the same strat as we are. Just a bit of a shame, but whatever. Box box. Kirith, I agree with you. It is so strong. Have you done live streams with it though? As a webcam? I've tried that and I'm not quite sure if it 100% adds up. Also the microphone can be picked as a microphone when it is in webcam and webcam mode. But to me it feels like it's it snoozes out at times. I agree with you, Jenkins. From the hypercars, the Cadillac was a monster of the sound. Absolutely. Is that an LMP2? Yeah. Hope he won't affect my pace in the Porsches now. Yeah, I also use the microphone for voiceovers indeed. Absolutely lovely feature. Probably I'd just try to save a little bit of extra fuel instead of going full sends and full beans around the Porsches. So I don't run into the back end of this. And oh, for a moment I thought he was going to the pits as well. I was like, please don't. So, motor map 50, because we needed to get going from our spot. Oh, bonks. Oh no. We have to park. Getting turned. I think Andonovsky
Yes.
is able to throw away an easy victory.
I mean, ironically, I had a 120 seconds pit stop as well.
Oh. So I just got boxed in and the car ahead, like that turned into me on the pits, just damaged my car.
Uh-oh.
So too little spaces even for the cars being turned around.
Poor Timo.
Kendall ran into him? That would be interesting. Thankfully no damage to us. So in case we have passed Andonovsky, which indeed we did, we got a freebie. And Aurelian Brew behind us didn't swap the tires. Or did Aurelian Brew have been close to us all the time? I quite don't get it. We're still sitting 7th. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what, Mark. A couple of weeks back, I would have lost my shit as well. I think Andonovsky had some damage that now needed to be repaired, and he dropped a big chunk. So we got a freebie. Effectively, that also means we have now nice chances. Yeah. I don't know what is Aurelian Brew, where he now come from, but we have now good chances making it to the top 5. Mark Lawson, if EA or Ubisoft is buying it, then they will apply their stupid Unreal Engine 4 or 5 and make it a horrendous game. That's all I gotta say to that. Someone wanted to buy it and keep it in its G-motor environment, physics engine-wise. Ubisoft is a terrible state, and EA is going to be in terrible state as well. FIFA games are full of bugs, F1 games are full of bugs, and I think they might lose the F1 license. And usually I would say, Studio 397, get the F1 license, make the official F1 game, and don't make it a reseller each and every year, just bring out a new DLC. Make the base game cost €60, and then a yearly annual DLC to update with current drivers or whatnot. That is how I would do it, or what I would love to see. Sadly, that's just a dream. Oh, Marcus Arnzen. Amazing is DNF as well, so that's another freebie for us then, I assume. Mark and Tell, do I now need to get third in order to have your challenge valid because it's freebies? Or is fifth still a thing? So no tire change at the next pit stop for sure. Oh, Jenkish. That is a huge accusation. I would rather have a CEO like Marcel Offermans that in case things is hitting the fan, can not only steer the company, but also work on the product. I could only work on the marketing side, which is indirect contribution, so I'm not sure if I would be that good of a fit, despite maybe having the mentality to lead a company. Copy, Mark. I don't think you have to do that because Polezny is looking safe and sound at the very front. But then we saw Andonovski. I don't know what iRacing would do with Studio 397 and the technology. On one hand, I would be afraid that they're just taking the WEC license and be like, hey, iRacing, look, we got now a WEC license. Looking forward to all those LMH coming and 3D laser scan track updates. €15 per track, €12 per car, please, thank you. And then let R-Factor 2 die. Or whether they would be what I would consider being extremely smart and be like, hey, this G-motor physics engine got amazing FFB and good physics. Now we build our ecosystem around that, call it iRacing 2, have WEC license as well, and then sell it as a new service. If they would stick with the G.2.5 motors and that tire model and maybe enhance it a little bit, not making it bad, they could have get me. Or they could, yeah, not could have get me, but they could get me, eventually. As then being an iRacing fanboy, my issue is, or my concern, as much as iRacing is already in a monopoly state when it comes to die-hard sim racing software, die-hard sim racing manufacturers, let's say, they would just increase their monopoly if MSG bails out and takes everything else with them. That is my biggest concern. That they would just rule the market even more as they already do. And then I don't get it, like, on the one hand, iRacing has like a shitload of market share, 80% I guess, 70% maybe. Yet though, everyone that is coming on my channel, apart from some excuses, they are like, I hate iRacing, I just want the shit to be gone. And this is so much of this stuff I'm seeing on my channel, but no one actually gets it gone. If you get what I mean. Mad Driver, you doubt iRacing will pay for an exclusive license of WEC? Why do you doubt it? Because of IMSA? Yeah, but do you really think that... I mean, you know, ACO would also look for a new business partner if MSG drops out. Wouldn't they? Yes, Mark, they fixed it. Apparently they found an issue with the broadcaster tool that I was using that got bad. They found it in my logs and had a fix done for it the day after and tested it in a test team branch and then pushed it with the first update. Hey Mikey boy. I agree with you. I hope Le Mans Ultimate also survives. So, why is ACC dying though? I think ACC has still a higher player count than Le Mans Ultimate has, isn't it? Why is every one of you guys saying it's dead? I would love to understand it. The fried egg is going good, it's going great. How about you, buddy? Is it just because it has kind of reached the end of its development sheen? Or, like, what is the actual community's take on it? I don't know, Jack. Timothée must have fucked up because he wrote a message something like, can stuff be skipped on the pit stop? And the answer to that was no, so I guess he damaged his car. Ah, but like, why is a lot of ACC players calling their game dead? That I don't get, because if you go into the Steam database, I'm pretty sure right now you'd find 3,000 players on ACC right now. Jack, let's say I'm just 4 seconds off the threshold of P5. What Mark Antel wants us to reach for a special promo on our channel with a sub, with a like, with a comment. But I'm hungry, I want more. I think P4 is also within reach. Yeah, but is a game dead just because there's no more DLCs coming towards it? I would call it a finished product, if anything, then. They are focused on AC Evo, and I don't get the hype about AC Evo. I mean, I've done my video on AC Evo that you guys can check out on the YouTube channel, of course. I earned a lot of kind of small shitstorm for it. Nothing too unexpected from my end, because I expected a couple of ACC lovers to bash me for putting it into a slightly negative light, perhaps, from their perspective. But again, I think AC Evo is going to be like a random drive simulator rather than a racing focused platform. And that's going to be great for all the people that love AC1. Now, I don't have an issue with AC1. In fact, I played it a couple of times and it's not too bad of a sim and not too bad of a game. But I'm a racing enthusiast, right? I would pay €10 a month for a subscription service, have my own livery in the game every month in order to keep that boat afloat, 100%. Yeah, if you accidentally have this replace brakes yes or no on, then you get like you're doomed, yeah. What is heavy stuff? Chat indicates that Timothée has replaced brakes.
Yeah, he did. Or you mean again? No.
No, like in his pit stop.
Yeah. Well, that's why he's P16. Or, well, now P14.
Question is, are those brakes preheated then?
Straight out of the oven.
Yeah. Ah, damn, that LMP2 might be a bit costly in terms of the traffic. Yeah, I'll take that cut. I need to get by that LMP. Because next up, I need to get by that car ahead. He's on old and used tires, so I need to be in the draft once we exit. Tête Rouge, yes. No cut this time. Into the draft. Come on! Draft! Really? Bisschen noch, kleines bisschen muss ich noch, scheiße. Too far back. There's a better exit. Draft, here we go again. Later on the brakes this time. Okay, never brake on the... on the non-rubbered line again. God damn it, that is costing so much time. That was more than just a close call. Yeah, I'm losing my chance for a P5 here for sure. Nah, side by side into Porsche is stupid. I positioned myself as good as possible while being on the inside lane. That doesn't do the job. Then no, we're not gonna have it. It would have been probably a flamboyant 10-10 maneuver if I went side by side into the Porsches. Oh shit. Well, never mind. Get me half a point again. Dommy, I hear you. This is like, I'm not mad on him. I absolutely understand why he defended his life for it. But Jesus Christ. I just lost 4 seconds to Taha Melli at the front. And he lost another valuable seconds to Boyle, which is on the same strategy than him. And I mean, let's face it, after Joe Boyle, Matteo Blotto is coming our way, but 14 seconds in half an hour is a good chunk of time. There's only one chance. If these guys have went for a double stack, they're gonna get fresh softs till the end. Well, I'm not going to change any further tires here. Guys, how many laps is going to be? 29, right? The 5 divided by 12 is 42% virtual energy. I'm using a Simlab P1X gaming rig, like the big one, rock solid stuff. So I think now we're coming through a wave of traffic of LMP2s. I might be just lucky get them on the big straight. Gap to the lead is 46 seconds, which is rather stable compared to us, I think. Probably I need to artificially increase the gap just ever so slightly. Somewhere. There's 3 cars ahead are LMP2s. Which means a lot of fuel saved here in Sector 1. And then we need a massive run out of Terre Rouge. And then we hopefully stick on their rear wing and overtake them all the way through the straights. Excellent push. Here comes the first. Here comes the next 2. Oh, there is a broken car. That's Poleshny! Poleshny crashed! Pardon me? Guys, 13 seconds to the lead. Poleshny died.
Oh, wow. Like fully or?
He's stuck in like steering bent to the wall and Mulsanne won,
Okay.
crashing out of a 30-second lead.
Yeah.
Fuck. Now I'd wish I was a bit further ahead. Not having used that much time battling with the guy. Yeah, keeping going indeed. Lamar chooses his victor, right? "12 seconds, guys." Yes, Bill Hunter, this is a 4K 60 FPS camera. Absolutely. Remember about the 5-second spin that we had? Now it's biting us. Not gonna lie. Guys, if you appreciate this channel, please have a subscription on the YouTube channel, give the video a like, follow us on Twitch, ring the bell, make sure you don't miss out on more content. Again, tomorrow we're gonna have live reaction clips. It's that Melly dead. Oh, before. What the hell is going on, guys? Melly DNF.
Okay, well, you on the podium.
Yeah, I guess so. All my restreams are 30 FPS on YouTube. What? Are they? Maybe I should check that but my OBS is taking 60 FPS and pushing it. Or is that a restream issue? Mark Antel, thank you so much for the sub. We're not home yet. We've seen so many people dying. Don't celebrate this early. Botmon52, thank you very much for the follow. Okay, there is Boyle. I need to get closer through Mulsanne 2, then I can have a run on him on the approach to Anaj. Yeah, I'm not running the stock setup, I run our esports setup from www.improveyourlaptime.com. That is rather built a little bit for safetyness than actual massive speed. Oh, he just lets us go. What a lad. So, 13 seconds and half an hour. Thank you, Mark, much appreciated. Yeah, and guys, if you want to catch up with us on social media, !social media or !Discord to join our Discord server, you'll also find invitation link in the description of the video or in the channel description on Twitch. So I'm wondering, has Blotto not taken any tires yet? Because he's further dropping. Yes, Jenkish, all leaders are dead. waiting for everyone to die. That wasn't even a tactic, but it just happened. Anyway, guys, so don't celebrate. This is easy to die with the car. You've seen us spinning once. If we are spinning here, then it's deadly. The only avoidable thing our leader did was Andonovski obviously changing the brakes. That is untouchable. Hey Yannis, we're doing good, we're doing great. Having a good amount of fun. Also having some kind of pace. Coming now with our personal best across the line, which is just a mid 27. But we're catching the leaders. Yeah, sometimes you gotta have a little bit of luck as well. Guys, this is on. First sector, half a second quicker than the lead. We are pushing. But smooth, we need to be in smooth, it's going to be fast. "27 minutes to go." Exactly similar thoughts. I think for the medium you want to have the core temperature around 80 degrees for them to operate in the perfect window. Mine are a bit too hot. But they are still sort of nominal in the window, still fine. Don't die here, Michi. Steininger's car apparently been really quick. On the straight, it seems. Question will be, as we are getting bad traffic into the Porsches, question will be if Steininger and Blotto have not swapped tires at the first pit stop, then they have to swap now. We don't have a swap. Well, that is hurting us big time. Guy is sitting third, but I can see Guy is not the best driver. And this is costly. This is costing a full second. Shit. Obviously have to hope and consider that guys ahead having the same fate with the traffic. Yeah, instead of taking another second out of them, we've lost time this time. It's Guy Scream, hey buddy, how you doing? Trust me, I will not let off the pressure. Even I'm gonna risk dying as well. The victory is close. Stupid cut track, honestly. Martin Ale, thank you so much. for your subscription on the YouTube channel. Guys, 29 more subscriptions for the 11K overall on YouTube. Can we do it? Maybe we can. Phantomworks TV, thank you also for the follow on the Twitch channel. Welcome to the crew. The track limit is all about right though still. It's just frustrating in the moment. Also, we need to see if Steininger maybe needs to pit this lap. Then we're getting 3 or 4 seconds gifted anyway from strategy. They are not fundamentally broken anymore, but they are not 100% perfectly right, yeah. $26.6 it would have been. For gaining. Come on, please, thank you. I told you we were going to be maximum push here. Clem X, yes, we still need minimum tire pressure in the setup menu. Can we get that LMP? On the straight towards Indy. Might be tight, it might be possible. Yes, Voyager has died too, and Teha Mali has died in Porsche curves as well. And this braking zone has just proven to you, if you haven't seen it already, how easy it is to die in the Alpine. I'm not swapping tires, I've swapped on the first stint, so that I have the 5-lap splash and dash on all tires. But maybe someone else has went for no pit stop at all. saving the tires, I don't know. Don't ram me off, please, thank you. So guys, for 5 laps, I guess 42. 8.25 times 5. Yeah, perfect. Don't carry the speed though. Wide there, damn it. Failed to do a good cautious. Alright guys, I see us talking about the 5-second spin. Oh. We're gaining. We're gaining. Box this lap. Best thing we could see happening now is them starting the fight. Screw it, I'm gonna use 42 for the box. We're catching 8 seconds, but it needs insane Michi magic to get this done. Beltra and also Lindy Fiori, thank you so much for your subs on the YouTube channel. Really appreciate your support buddies. We can still do this. It is still on, as Papa Wolf keeps saying. It would be even more on if we start using some electric motor, not to run into a battery clip in here. It is a blessing that Blotto is sitting second right now, because I think he should be faster than Steininger. Maybe they're gonna start a little bit of battling. Can't agree on who's going to take the first position. Battery almost fully up. Can put it to 50 kilowatts now. Box. Lost a little bit of time. Uh, 7 seconds to the lead. Lotto with a mistake. Box. Here comes the moment of truth, guys. 17 seconds of literal energy. Let's go. I think I should have saved some time over them. This should not be 7 or 8 respective seconds anymore. Let's see, guys. And I hope everyone was right about the 29 laps. Yeah, this is at max 5 laps from here on. Gap is 5.5. That means roughly a second a lap. At 65 to the pit. Guys, push, push, push. We call this esports. There's a reason for this. Why we call this esports. I know indeed that I can do it, but I need it pitch perfect. Executed. Obviously I've underfueled the car a little in order to gain that time, so we now need to make sure to make it to the end here. So I see traffic up ahead with Kylian Bernard. Is it that high? Yeah, it is normal for me. I am putting myself full pressure here, you know. Yeah, let's hope they get closer to each other and start the fight. It's exactly what we need. Taylor Jr., thank you so much for your subscription on the YouTube channel. Guys, 25 more subscribers, missing only for 11k subscribers overall. Can we do that? Win the race and get 11k subs tonight? What kind of lovely Sunday that would be. They both hit a bit of traffic, but I might hit that traffic now too. But I'm giving it everything. We gained a second. And I hope that we will just gain that LMP on the straight. Car is so on the edge, guys. Really on the edge of dying, losing the rear. Perfect timing though. Was a bit late. Shit. Lost the 10th, but still made up some time. For a moment I thought a window has appeared on the right. Fried egg, have a good one. This is insane. Could go down the wire to the very last lap. Yeah, Jack McConnell, I've done that entire race on the same kind of push level and the same kind of strat mode. It just now gives me the edge of getting a bit closer, staying in the same rhythm, have a reliable car behavior. Doing everything how I've done it so far, because if I would be pushing through the Porsches all the way, I might also easily overheat the tires now suddenly. I'm just trying to avoid that. Three more laps. Steininger and Blotto are entering the fight now. This is good. Let's see what's happened between those two. Will Steininger break back? Yes, he will. These guys are making this awesome. Keep this up, boys. I'm afraid Blotto... Steininger will come back. They will fight it out. Awesome. In the draft we go. Guys, this is on. This is so much on. Could never been more on. Went a bit too deep. Nonetheless, we got 2 laps time to solve this problem. Oh! Boy, oh boy. God. Just dying has issues with the tires. Thing is, Blotto, I know he's passionate about racing us. As he now sees the chance, it's not like he's gonna make life easy on us. Guys, now seeing why I underfueled the car? Yep, gonna be this lap plus one more. Exactly that. Yeah, the heart rate is at 180, I feel it. Vamos! I'm doing exactly what Max Verstappen has done in Abu Dhabi back then, but guys, 1.5 seconds. I just don't need to be dumb. Well guys, if you think that overtake appreciates the sub and a bell, then please go ahead and do so. If not that, then I don't know what really. I was scared I'd get illegal overtake or overtaking outside track limits down the Mulsanne Road. And I breathed heavily for the curb not to throw me off. Jenkins, that makes total sense. The last 2 laps as a video as such. Have they both died, or what have they done now? Honey Yanni got killed. Like, he got killed in turn 3 in lap 1 or so. Then someone clawed into his back. Like, looked like on purpose. Not on him especially, but 2 guys were getting hot-headed in the scene. Boys, oh boys, I'm gonna need a good drink after that Rodeo drive. That was 100 minutes of not even thinking about winning, and suddenly it was on the table. Hell yeah. Mark Antel is just watching. Still, that is so much of an appreciation to see you still around, buddy. Like, I'll be quite honest with you. When you said, if I win, I was 100% sure that I couldn't do it. What did one guy say? To finish first? First you have to finish? Oh, these guys! Ah! Guys! Like, I didn't want to do lost the first challenge, but I fucked up qualifying. Hell yeah! I have no idea how I could win that. Like,
Fantastic drive, Michi. Congrats.
Thanks. Like, what the hell happened to everyone?
Alpine happened.
Yeah, but I mean, I died once as well. I spun.
Ah, you did?
Yeah, I did. You can rewatch the last 3 laps. It was mental crazy, and without...
I will rewatch it on Instagram in the Reels section when you
I
upload.
don't. This is going to be too long for a reel. It was mental stuff. We were 3 wide for 3 or 4 times, and I overtook both of them, actually off track, on the way to Indianapolis, praying that the curb didn't kill me. And I just mental somehow I don't know. I just finished ahead. Mariusz Bilzecki, thank you so much for becoming a member.
Nice job.
MOGXS member on the YouTube channel.
Out where is? Why is it not showing?
Guys, what do we want to look at all in the replays? I'm gonna load up the
looking for
replay
air
file.
factor. There you go.
I still need to cool down. Damn, Eds, you haven't missed too much. So, yeah, then I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue. The only thing we watch quickly is a questionable overtake we did the lap before, and I hope the replay file shows us. This. This was very opportunistic from me anyway, to be here on the outside, but I knew exactly that what they are doing is going to happen. And then I even pushed... That might actually have been the deal. I pushed Ronaldo a little bit, giving him an extra drive, which allowed him to pull alongside Matteo again. And then I just went for almost into the grass. And then this curb, and I thought, oh boy, the car's gonna die on me. Simply beautiful. Simply beautiful stuff. Last 3 laps. Okay. I think from here on we can go, as this is where it's gonna get close. Then, I think, apart from that spin, decision making, traffic management, fuel saving, literally everything that an endurance race could have, I got pitch perfectly right. The spin aside, of course. But, like again, this wasn't the plan last to first challenge. This just happened because I off-tracked all 3 of my quali attempts. So that was the reason why we started in P39 overall, so even with 15 LMPs in between. Jenkish, what do you mean? Simon, thank you so much. This race is certainly gonna get a highlight video, and most likely you're gonna see a clip out of the cockpit view from those mental laps. For a split second I thought about sending it into Mulsanne 2, but I knew that was just too dangerous. Yeah guys, again, if you think this drive deserves a sub on the YouTube channel and a follow on Twitch, then please hit the sub button now, follow us on Twitch, come back for more live streams and epic racing. Simon, we're done. We've won the race. That is a replay file that you currently see. Maybe you are delayed on the tape as well. I think Simon might be delayed here. So, and it is from here on where it gets shafty. Is this my best last to first? I would not say performance-wise, because if we're entirely honest, if Janne didn't die, if Timotej didn't change the brakes, if Wojciech Poleshny didn't die, if Teo Meli didn't die, then the best I could have achieved is 5th. Doing this. Then this move would have been for 5th, not for 1st. But this was Michi Magic at its best, absolutely. Yeah, done. Timo apparently changed brakes in the first pit stop and asked whether it can be undone like damage repair. So this was the dangerous situation where I thought a 3 wide into Mulsanne 2 could perhaps be a good idea. Yeah, Jannis, if, but you have to, you know, to all the story for us winning that race, you also have to consider that they have screwed up a lot. Yeah, that would have been an illegal pass anyway, so I pulled out of it and just waited for those 2 to bang wheels. DC89, hey there. And guys, to all those iRacing fans, one of us would have died in netcode across the journey. 100%. Because Hypercars on netcode goes as well as Slicks on the rain. This was just... that was dirty for me, going a bit into his rear end. But that got him again alongside Matteo. And then I was like, okay, who am I gonna push forwards here for the draft? And I think I made the right call to go here on the right. Forza Gary, are you Ronaldo Steininger? Man, your tires seem cooked in the end. Did you ever change them? Yeah, Mark, sometimes it's all about dedication, going for it when it requires to do so, and pulling out when the odds are against you. That's what I did basically the last 2 laps here. I was just waiting for those guys to see what's happening, but I'm curious, like, this battle obviously went on. The switch on the first of your car was broken after running over a marshal post marker. Ah, did that cost you the drop? Ah, yeah, probably if not for that, you would have never been in the position in the end where you were, trying to defend. Oh fuck, Peddlers, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was just a German thinking of what he actually saw, but not thinking about the language stuff. Okay, so what have Matteo and Ronaldo then done? They must have both spun at the same time. Thank you, Mark, until... And Mark, I'm looking forward... Ah, damn it, tape ends. I'm looking forward for your channel promotion. Now that we actually got back to it. Really appreciate your time and the support, though. Much appreciated. So, guys, don't be surprised, but we may even have lost the R despite winning this. Because our qualifying was worth a minus and I don't know what. Maybe, like, we gained 22 positions, right? Maybe we're gonna have the guys looking into it. I would at least love to know what would have been the benefit on it. Like, we outweigh 25th on qualifying, and I think qualifying is 25% weight and race is 75% weight. So probably by that I could already calculate it. The quali was probably worth minus 25 and the race went plus 22. Kenny 500 with a raid. Thank you so much for that raid. Welcome to the watch party. Matteo, I'm gonna load up the replay real quick because I'm gonna see about it. So we have the 2 guys that crashed into each other sitting on the stream, blaming themselves both, which is great. That means they don't blame each other at the same time and disagree on the consents. It's better to disagree on taking the blame either way. However, let's have a look. And I hope Retroquan is watching the stream, because I think he found at least probably 10 clips that could make it into a review. And obviously my desk gets just another highlight video to be done. Like, not really what I asked for this morning when coming into when getting into the event, but I'll take it. Sora, for me, I'm just loading it, and that's it. Your steering gets crooked after Tet Rouge lap 19. I'm gonna try looking at that first because I'm curious on this. $190. I think the app is also over exaggerating a little, but because 187 is the physical value I can probably get according to my age of 188. Well, I was shaking. I was really shaking, and the adrenaline drives up. And this is a weakness of me, actually. It is probably a strength that I cope well with myself, despite that heart rate condition, but it is the weakness of me letting the adrenaline and the heat of the situation boil up in the heart rate in the first place. That it is both sides, of course. Okay, on lap 19, and thankfully we have standings here this time, so Lap 22 is a bit too far. Lap 29, Ronaldo. There we go. Show me your steering. Well, here it is still straight from what I can tell. Or is it already crooked? No, it's already bent to the left. Here I would say it's fine. Or is it already crooked here again? So hard to tell. Ah, it's this. And that is kind of fine to damage the car. It's where you go over that rattled stuff. This is where the steering gets bonked. Must be. Having spoken about that, I want to see what Polezny did. Here already dead. Here he's broken. He must have probably done roughly the same. Oh no 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 no. Yeah, that's just Alpine things. Oh, rearwards into the barrier. I'm feeling for him. Oh my god. It was after that even, okay. Where are you then? Here you go. Here you come. Doing the same mistake. Oh yeah, here the steering is not crooked. Eh? Visually there is nothing. The rear wing of Polezny. Is that Polezny? Yes it is. Unless there's a buck rear wing still attached. But that might be it. Might be a buck because the way his car went into the barrier, that shouldn't be a rear wing. You alright? Look at this. So it is right on the white line before the barrier gets white. Where are you though? Come in here. But you haven't hardly, but it is exactly the section. This is here where the barrier gets white. But did you steer to the right? Did you try to get something out of the way? Wow. That's massive. Hakeskin KZY, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Okay, I wanted to go and check though what you guys have done in the end. Is that the scene or have you already been too far back then? No. one lap later even. Okay, you guys go side by side. But already after Spinala, I think. So you crashed in... So this is Ronaldo on the outside lane. Wow. So obviously we see Matteo is looking up. Hardly enough space on the inside. And then Ronaldo is looking up. Gets into the... Honestly, you guys for me get a B grade, a 10-10 grade for spinning in synchron. I would probably consider it a racing incident because there is no clear fault to be done by anyone. I would say 50-50 is best call because look at it. From the outside lane, this is Matteo looking up. Kinda holding the racing line, but also kinda forcing Ronaldo wide. And then Ronaldo locks up while getting onto the curb, T-boning into... it's just unfortunate, I guess. Anyway, guys, we're gonna call it a stream, we're gonna call it a day. How the hell did I just win that? Absolutely mental. Dominic, Pakol, thank you for your sub on the YouTube channel, and thank you so much for the kudos. Really appreciate it, everyone. Guys, that's gonna do it for this one. That's gonna do it for today. Tomorrow we will review a couple of clips, 8 PM on the YouTube channel. Video is going to be uploaded. I already reacted to them. It's funny. It's funny. I have a good laugh. No stream Tuesday, Wednesday, Mercedes AMG Virtual Championship. Thursday, some Le Mans Ultimate stream. Friday, no stream. And then on the weekend, likely on Sunday, again, a stream. Guys, that's the plan for the week. I'm gonna release a stream schedule on my socials, so exclamation mark social media if you don't want to miss out on them. And then, guys, we're gonna have a raid. Whom could we be raiding at? Just the iRacing people alive right now. So, Killer Cleo. She's on iRacing. And the only one English speaking that I can see right now. So enjoy a little bit of iRacing madness with her, and make sure to give her a follow, be friendly, enjoy the time with her, and have a good evening. Once again, I would like to have a shout out to Simon the Sorcerer for a €12 super chat donation, €13. Very, very generous of you, and thank you so much for your ongoing support. And of course, guys, if you appreciate the video, if you appreciate the streaming, please have a subscription on the YouTube channel, follow us on Twitch, let this community grow, and have a good start to the week. See you, bye bye.